welcome to Discard. Today I'm here with Toploaded Gaming.
Hey everyone, Trevor at Toploaded Gaming. You know, when Discard asked me to take part in this video, I was incredibly humbled. Been watching the guy's content for a couple of months now. I'm not at all ashamed to admit I'm a fan of his channel.
And today me and Toploaded are going to talk about different ways that we display things in our game rooms and game collections. This is co-op game display. Let's take a look. So the first idea that I have today is actually quite a simple idea, but not quite as simple as you may think, and that's using shadow boxes. When I originally went looking for a shadow box, I was just looking for kind of a standard shadow box, but I ended up coming across this shadow box that had this kind of foam layer in the back and could be used as a pin board. So I decided to take all my pins and put them into this shadow box that I got from Michael's, and you could probably find these at any of your local craft stores. And I was very happy with the way it turned out. All these pins kind of meld together in there and they look kind of like this awesome art piece. And one of the benefits of the size of box that I got was that I could actually put this on my shelf as opposed to hanging it on the wall. Of course, I think the majority of people are going to be taking these shadow boxes and using them as wall art, but I just happen to have a spot on my shelf that worked great for this. Now in the future, I want to make an entire video dedicated to shadow boxes and the different ideas that you can use to fill these up with some awesome stuff. But some of the short-term ideas are using foam and cutting that so you can put different carts into that foam and kind of stand them in that shadow box to create this kind of awesome effect. Cutting your own cork board in order to put it into the backside of this, especially if you're getting a shadow box that doesn't have that foam backing. Getting your own cork board's pretty inexpensive and you can stick it to the back of that easy and quickly put your pins into it. And one of the things I really want to add in the future is adding light to the inside of one of these shadow boxes. I haven't quite figured out the best way to do this yet, but I'll definitely travel down that road when it comes to it.
So what I have is a Zippo display case. Now this thing is awesome. It comes in all sorts of shapes and sizes. My particular model holds Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games, but some models that are out there hold even more than that, such as the Atari Lynx, Virtual Boy, the Game Gear games, possibly even more than that. So I guess it was around 2015 when I realized this was a thing that people were doing. The first thing that popped in my head was this gas station that was near me. It's pretty much been selling Zippo lighters since I'm knee-high to a duck. So I went right over there and it took a few tries, but once I got with the owner, I was able to get it. That's why I would say don't count out gas stations. Go ride to any gas station you know that sells Zippo lighters. So one thing I recently did was I took it apart and spray painted it black and red. I'm really happy with the way it came out.
Another cool idea that I just had to get into this video because I'm super excited about it is 3D printing. 3D printing has been something that I've really loved to get my hands on over the last couple years while I've been doing this channel, and I finally got a 3D printer for my own studio here. So I finally added a 3D printer to my studio here, and I've been printing all sorts of awesome items, including a small Bulbasaur, which came out really awesome, and it's going to be a really nice shelf candy to put up there on the corner of one of my shelves. And the last thing that I printed from that printer was this 8BitDo controller holder. For a long time I've seen this controller holder on Etsy, and I've always really wanted to get my hands on one to see how it works. And finally, when I got the opportunity to print it myself, I went ahead and did that. 8BitDo has done a fantastic job with their controllers, so I've been using them a lot, and I just haven't had a perfect place to put them yet, and this really solved that issue for me. But the best part of this is it works fantastic for those 8BitDo controllers, which don't have any wires on them, and you can just slide these into the tops and it looks fantastic. Having that Super Nintendo logo there on the front is just the icing on the cake with these. So overall, just 3D printing in general is just such an awesome thing. And then if you add this awesome stand into the mix, it's just fantastic.
So one of the things I knew I wanted to accomplish in my game room is to get that feeling of going to the store and getting that controller, that video game, that toy. What better way to exude that feeling than gondola shelving? Gondola shelving is present in just about all of those memories. So I knew I wanted gondola shelving to be in my game room in some form. One thing I did was I went on eBay and got a Nintendo logo made out of acrylic as the header for the shelf. The gondola shelving itself, I just sanded it down and spray painted it black. For a while, it sat there just black with normal pegboard paper until the Toys R Us store started closing. And slowly, by visiting those stores, I was able to get the marketing strips as well as the little plastic encasements the marketing strips sat in. And I was able to get the Mario themed pegboard paper. Overall, it's the display piece I'm most proud of because it was my idea, and I ended up lucking out and finding a couple pieces to make it look even better than what I had envisioned.
And for the last idea today, both me and Toploaded Gaming like to use promotional displays when we're displaying our game rooms.
Oh yeah, I really like repurposing these old store displays because, as I said, I think it exudes that feeling of when you're going to the store with your parents and you get that one game or you get that toy.
I am always keeping my eyes open for promotional items or promotional displays when it comes to gaming in general. They can have a very high value to them in the future, as well as the fact that they look awesome in a game room and can be very unique. One of the first promotional items that I really used in my game room to display things was this Ocarina of Time standee. I actually found this while looking through a garage sale. I actually decided to purchase a desk from this guy, and we ended up talking, and he ended up having this in the back side of his garage. He just threw it in with the deal and really didn't assign any value to it or make me pay any money for it. This display was perfect for 3DS games or Vita games. Anything that will fit inside this little box. On the sides, it will display it, as well as the top has a flat part that you can put amiibo onto, or really anything. But that's not the only promotional item you can get to display your collection. You can also get things like posters or mini standees like this Majora's Mask standee. But overall, I just love promotional items. They're super unique and awesome.
I really like repurposing displays. Something maybe wasn't meant for video games, kind of like the Zippo display, but just having that freedom to kind of just make it what you want. Like this porcelain dowel display that I made to fit the Power Glove, looking like something out of Terminator 2. Or this toy display from Toys R Us, I was able to make a completely unique Nintendo display. Or like this shelf a buddy of mine gave me from GameStop that I was able to take some of my most prized games and put them on display. I think when you're on a budget like me and you're able to actually make something look like it's out of a store, it's a satisfying feeling.
So first of all, I want to thank Toploaded Gaming for coming on the show today to share a bunch of his awesome ideas for displaying his collection. I really appreciate that, and it's awesome to get more ideas on the show. Toploaded, why don't you share what your channel is all about?
Thanks, Discard. So what I normally like to do are no death run videos. I'll do reviews, I'll do discussion type of videos, but it's always really centered around retro gaming. So if that's something you're into, check me out. I definitely want to thank you again, Discard, for having me on your channel. And this is Trevor at Toploaded Gaming. I'll see y'all next time.
Toploaded's channel is very high quality and super well edited. I definitely recommend taking a look and checking that out. So thanks for coming and checking out Discard today. If you have any other ideas for displaying things in a game room or game collection, or have any ideas for the show, please let me know in the comments below. I am always looking for more ideas. If you want to help out Discard past a subscription, please check out patreon.com/discard and check out all the awesome stuff you can get for $2 a month. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. But otherwise, have a great day and collect what you love.
Strike a match, start a fire, we can burn